Quebec is a place that has something for everyone, because it has lots of everything. But one thing it has more of than anything else is pristine wilderness. Less than an hour from the cities of Montreal and Ottawa, with rolling hills and countless rivers and lakes, the Laurentides is one of the most accessible regions of Quebec, and one of the top backpacking destinations in the country. To its northwest, the Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean region is a stunning landscape that boasts 3 national parks and the dramatic Saguenay Fjord. It's a one-of-a-kind natural playground. Endless wilderness, towering rock faces, inspiring adventures. This week on Epic Trails, we're exploring Saguenay, Lac-Saint-Jean, and the Laurentides. I'm Eric Hansen. When I see a trail, I see more than a path from point A to point B. A good trail is the ultimate opportunity to explore, to discover new landscapes, and to challenge myself. When I don't have a pack on my back, I'm thinking about my next big adventure, because my mission is simple. My mission is to discover the world's most epic trails. The Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean region is located in the middle of Quebec, with 3 national parks, as well as the Saguenay-St. Lawrence Marine Park, a marine protected area tucked alongside the Parc National du Fort du Saguenay. It's no surprise that adventure tourism and nature are defining features of the region. That's exactly why I'm excited to explore the place. My trip begins in the Saguenay Fjord, a spectacular 65-mile-long glacial carved channel and one of the most dramatic landscapes in the world. We are kicking things off on the north shore of the fjord with a 3-day hike along the rim to the village of Tadoussac.
As you can see, there's quite a bit of rain coming down upon us, which is a little bit unfortunate because this region is so beautiful and the fall colors are going off. We have about 13, 14 kilometers of hiking to do today. We've been met up with one of the park rangers, Leonie, and she's joining us for the trail and getting some local expertise. It's gonna be a wet one, and we'll have to slog through it and endure just a little bit, but it's gonna be fun.
Here we are at the Parc National du Fjord du Saguenay. It's a nice national park because it's surrounding the fjord of the Saguenay. This fjord is really particular because Arctic whales are coming here, so you can have the chance walking the trail to see those whales down the cliff with all this beautiful landscape all over.
Although it's unfortunate the rain is obscuring the magical views that the fjord offers, I love hiking in the rain, especially when you know you have a warm and dry cabin waiting for you at the end of the day. For me, rainy days on the trail deliver unique sounds and smells, and I find myself noticing little things that I might otherwise miss. The vegetation that thrives on the ground, or the raindrops hanging off pine needles. Sometimes, rainy days can leave a brighter memory than even the sunniest of days.
Here's a cool map that details where we've been and a little bit of where we're going as well. The first night we started, we camped at this Refuge de l'Anse de la Cruz, and then we hiked about 8 kilometers to this point where we had lunch yesterday, and then finally wandered around to Refuge du Cap de la Boule. And here we've just had a spectacular place overlooking the meeting of the St. Lawrence and the Saguenay River. And now we have another 12 kilometers to hike, and we'll eventually arrive in Tadoussac. I'm really excited about today actually being able to see the views of everywhere that we're actually been hiking.
With the new day, the rain clouds have begun their retreat, and we're able to make steady progress on the trail. The sun really highlights how magical this time of year is. The maples, birches, beeches, and oaks have all started their colorful autumn dance. I have to concentrate on watching where I put my feet, because my eyes are drawn everywhere but down.
It's nice to see it open up here. You actually see some of the beautiful trees. Man, these fall colors are spectacular out here.
Yeah, they are.
They're looking so nice.
So Tadoussac is just behind this mountain,
Gotcha.
so we're not far.
And so this is where all the waters are mixing, and it's
Yeah.
a lot of whales and sea life and stuff.
Whales come year after year because they know that's a good point to
Yeah.
feed. So a lot of whales we have here because of that.
To put it simply, I'm astounded by the beauty of the area. I had no idea Quebec had so many landscapes like this. As we start our descent to the village of Tadoussac, I'm disappointed that the trail is coming to an end, but looking forward to the adventures ahead. Epic Trails is brought to you by Bonjour Quebec, Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The huge granite domes and cliff faces of the Saguenay Fjord are spectacular from any vantage point. But there's a particularly intimate way to experience them, and that's through a Via Ferrata in La Baie Eternité. This Via Ferrata is consistently ranked in the top 10 in the world.
So how far away is the wall where we're
It's
starting?
pretty close. It's just over there.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, Eric, here we are.
Let's get started.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go first.
Okay.
Here we have the section. They are different angle. Here we have a vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. So on vertical way, we're gonna secure ourselves directly into the rung, and that way I'm ready to climb it up. So just move 1 foot, move 1 carabiner, 1 foot, 1 carabiner, and do it again and again. Always make sure you have 1 carabiner higher than your hips when you're on vertical, and when the cable come back horizontal or got an angle on it, we clip directly into it.
So the vertical sections you clip to the rungs, the
Yep.
horizontal sections you clip to the cable.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Just getting started here on the Via Ferrata du Géant with Jordan here. Just getting out of the trees, getting my first glimpse of the fjord and the Bay of Eternity. And it's spectacular out here. This is pretty dope. Looking out. I like that. Oh! Oh yeah, this is cool. So we've made it about halfway through the Via Ferrata so far. The temperature is totally changing, clouds are coming in, and it got cold, but we still have a long ways to go. We're just about to cross this chasm feature, and there's a really sweet bridge that makes the gap, so I'm really looking forward to that. This looks tricky. Practice my inner trapeze artist here, or tightrope walker. This is pretty cool. This is some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever seen. And just doing this Via Ferrata with Jordan, this is definitely the most intense and intimidating Via Ferrata I've ever done. It's got the most exposure I've ever seen on a Via Ferrata. And it's definitely like right up my alley. I'm loving it. This is so fun. Hey, hey. That was
You
so
made
good.
it so far.
Yeah. So this is the top.
Yeah, we were
beautiful.
starting just over there.
Yeah.
See all the way,
Yeah.
climb up.
That's a big rock face we just came up.
Yeah.
Well, that was a spectacular day. Thank you for that. I
You're
loved
welcome.
it. Fantastic experience up here.
Yeah, it was.
Epic Trails is brought to you by Bonjour Quebec, Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Less than an hour from the cities of Ottawa and Montreal, you'll find the Laurentides, a region that takes its name from the mountain range that forms the beautiful landscape. What makes the Laurentides so unique is how accessible it is for visitors and how much wilderness there is to explore. The Laurentides are vast and beautiful, and my journey begins with a hike on the outskirts of the famous Parc National du Mont-Tremblant.
So this is a pretty popular hike.
This one, yeah, but
Yeah.
mostly popular for locals.
Yeah. Not so
Not
touristy.
really known from tourists.
Yeah.
so
that's
far, yeah.
perfect. I like those kind of hikes. Feels like these leaves kind of changed just in the last like day or two. Mm-hmm. Really just start
So
coming
there's a
down.
lot of birch around in this area.
Yeah.
You know it's only maple, and it changed red.
Yeah. Only maples change red?
Yeah.
It's looking like we're getting out of the trees a little bit. So this is the old Appalachians, like well, it is part of that. And it's created all these lakes or these dams?
Yeah, that's
or,
from the Ice Age. Yeah.
That's from the Ice Age.
That's where, yeah, you see all the Roundup Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rockies are nice and the Alps, but they're younger. These ones are, that's all the form, the relief. It's made from all the wind and the ice from the ages and
Oh,
a billion years ago. Yeah.
These are old
It's pretty cool to imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
After a quick jaunt up the mountain, it's time to hit a different type of trail and to do something I've been wanting to try for a long time, an e-bike.
Okay, so anything I need to know before we go? The eco is like that's like the easiest setting.
War
right?
Eco is mostly the regular mode.
Okay.
Since you get the pretty heavy
Yeah.
bike. You got disc brakes, you're used to that.
Yep.
You mountain bike a bit, so
Yeah.
just go smooth on that.
Sounds good. Sounds exciting. Let's go. I'll follow you.
Okay.
E-bikes are not terribly different from regular mountain bikes. The difference is that they have a battery-powered motor that amplifies your pedaling power. You still have to pedal, but you go a whole lot faster and further with every revolution.
You got trails for everyone. There's larger one, you got double lines trail, there's lots of cycling path, there's over 50 Ks of mountain biking trails too. So there's lots of terrain to cover for sure. And you have the national park too close by, which is the biggest one in Quebec, over 1,500 kilometers square. So that's quite a lot of terrain to enjoy outdoors for sure.
That felt like playing. I haven't had that much fun in a long time, and I get to do a lot of fun things. This is basically mountain biking. There's no work though. It's all just e-powered fun. I think I gotta find a sail on one of these because they're a good time.
Epic Trails is brought to you by Dermatone. Feel the rush, not the burn. Bonjour, Quebec. And don't forget to join our online community on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Heading deeper into the Laurentides, further from the city of Montreal, I find myself in the Kiamika Regional Park, where fall is in full swing. The trees are practically on fire, and I can't wait to get out there. So I'm meeting up with Luca LaRouche from Aventures Kiamika.
Just met up with Luca, and we are about to set off for a series of adventures actually. So not only are we going and kayaking on the lake, we're going to be kayaking out to an island and then hiking across the island, meeting back up with our boats and kayaking on, and then meeting another guy, Luke, who is one of the indigenous men in the area, and he's going to be treating us to a special cultural experience here this evening.
But straight ahead is the Plage de Cuba. It's gonna be our first stop.
That big inviting beach right there, that looks like a good spot.
It is. We're gonna have some wind, but with the view, we're gonna forget it.
Whew. All right, a new endeavor.
This is where the hiking starts.
Begins
And
here.
This
Right
is
on.
where we can remove sunglasses. We get into the shades. As you can see, the trail is pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a wild place.
Especially when the leaves is on the ground.
Yeah,
It's
the
harder
leaves
to
are
see the
covering
track.
the whole trail. My arms are still tired. I feel the jello.
Yeah, me too. And hands is, I don't know, is it called in English, but when they are wet for a while?
Pruny.
Burny. It's a good word. Few mushrooms that you should not eat, and one that grows over here, it's the Amanite mush,
Yeah.
and it's like the Mario Bros mushroom, which doesn't make you bigger or throw in fire,
Yeah.
but it might get you pretty sick.
Oh, really? Yeah, so it's dangerous.
It starts like really small and with a little bubble, then it will grow bigger and it can get like huge as this. And then it's just like a flower, like the whole mushroom cap will reverse. Yeah, reverse.
An umbrella that gets blown open the other
Yeah.
wrong way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the staff member, Norik, knows a lot about the mushrooms
Yeah.
and what you can eat in the forest.
Yeah.
I will not take responsibility to make you
Okay.
taste anything.
It's probably smart.
Although the 4-mile journey across the island took a little longer than expected, we make it just as the sun is setting, where Luke is waiting for us.
Hello. Yeah, we. So we had a pretty cool opportunity here tonight. I just met up with Luke, who's from the Innu Nation. We just had this amazing meal outside with salmon and potatoes and corn, and everything was wonderful. And tonight, get to sleep in one of the traditional teepees. So this is my bedroom for the night, and I can't be more excited about it. About to settle in. Who are the nations that are in this area?
11 nations,
11 nations here.
2 big
Languages.
big family linguistic,
Okay.
Algonquin and more, Iroquois.
And Iroquois.
Iroquois is sedentary people,
Yeah.
and Algonquin is nomad.
There's a bit of a language barrier between us, but some things don't need a lot of words to communicate. Luke shows me his nation's artistry and the fine traditional goods that make life here possible. The handiwork is incredible, and it's an honor to learn from him. He knows the land intimately and the way it can provide.
What is this?
Taste. Ça goûte un peu la menthe.
Tea of the forest.
Tastes like
Chewing gum, peppermint,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Is it? Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Encore comme faut.
As I get back in my kayak, I can't help but appreciate the simple things that make life so good. A little bit of sunshine, calm waters, a wide open horizon, and new friends to share it with. It's been another magical adventure in Quebec, and I know the memories I'll keep from Saguenay, Lac Saint Jean, and the Laurentians will last a lifetime.